would you sign LeVeon Bell to a 5-year deal? And I was talking with a buddy the other day. It was great. I was working at a lawyer's office, ran into this guy. Great guy. He was actually a fan of the show. It was like so cool. I was like, wow. Meet another guy who likes my podcast. It's awesome. Happened twice this week. It was like, that's so great. It feels so good. And, this guy was talking about, he asked me the question. He's like, would you sign LeVeon Bell to a 5-year deal? And he said, I think his opinion was you're going to get 2 great years, and it's worth it if you get 3 average years because the 2 years are just so great. And, I liked his idea. I liked the theory this guy was proposing. He talked about how LeVeon Bell gives you a chance to win a Super Bowl. And this guy believed LeVeon Bell is a tremendous difference maker. Le'Veon, I don't know. You guys know who I'm talking about. I don't know that I value Le'Veon Bell as much as other people do. Me, Zach Schaumler now. I don't know that I value Bell as much as everybody else. Le'Veon Bell is the best running back in the NFL. That's honestly, I don't think he's a bad running back. I think he's a great running back. In fact, I think he's the best running back in the National Football League. He can pass block. He can catch passes. He's a great runner. But my whole hang up with him is that running backs don't win Super Bowls. Running backs do not win Super Bowls. It's very clear to me. The truth is, a quarterback and a great defense. Those are the 2 things you need to win a Super Bowl. I don't think the best running back in the NFL is even worth as much as Kirk Cousins. If the Vikings this offseason had gotten Le'Veon Bell instead of Kirk Cousins, would people be as excited? Probably not, because running backs don't win games. They get yards, they do some good stuff, but they don't win games. Here's another question for you. What if in last year's trade deadline, what if at the trade deadline last year, the 49ers had acquired Le'Veon Bell instead of Jimmy Garoppolo? Do you think 49ers fans would be as excited? Do you think 49ers fans would be really pumped about their team winning a bunch of games? Probably not, because a running back does not win games. It's just not true. In fact, I feel bad for running backs. I think playing running back in the NFL is an incredibly difficult job. It's hard on your body. You're usually done by 30. You're never paid as much as you're worth. I understand why guys like Le'Veon Bell, we're going to see Todd Gurley ask for a big contract. I bet Ezekiel Elliott asks for a big contract. Look, a running back gets their body beat up. They get a ton of pounding, and they often don't get paid what they're worth. It sucks, but it's true. That's just the honest truth. And I don't think it should change. I really don't. The Patriots do this all the time. You sign a guy coming out of college. You sign a really good running back. They signed Sony Michel this year. You sign that guy, and you pay him rookie money, and the minute his rookie contract is up, you don't re-sign him. See, Le'Veon Bell is 26 years old, which means he probably has 2 years left of his prime. At the most, 2 years left. 28, 30, he's going to by 30, he's done, right? By 30, he's going to fizzle out and be done. That's just what happens to running backs. Look at Adrian Peterson when he hit the wall at his 30. He did not do as well. And so if I'm a team, I would draft a running back who's much cheaper and move forward with that. I'm not going to re-sign Le'Veon Bell. And it's interesting, that running back is probably only going to bring in 75% as much production, right? That running back is not as good as Le'Veon Bell. But I don't think it matters anyways. It's a smarter investment to sign a new younger quarterback rather than Le'Veon Bell. I think Le'Veon Bell's somewhat replaceable. I really do. He's incredibly talented. He's the best running back in the NFL, but great running backs are often also products of a great offensive line. I can acknowledge how talented Le'Veon Bell is and still ask, is he really that valuable? Is he really the reason why the Steelers are winning games? I think it's their defense. I think it's their offensive line. I think it's their running backs. I think it's their quarterback. And I think it's their great receivers. And Le'Veon Bell doesn't hurt that. But Le'Veon Bell's not the reason the Steelers win games. He's just not. And I think you have to ask yourself, how much of a difference do you believe Le'Veon Bell is worth? Because if you think he's the difference between not winning a Super Bowl and suddenly a Super Bowl, if you think he's that valuable, you should sign him. But personally, I don't think Le'Veon Bell is that valuable. I wouldn't. I do what the Patriots do. I'd sign a rookie quarterback or a rookie running back, give him a 4 or 5 year deal as long as I can. And when his rookie contract is up, let him walk away and do it again every year. I'd exploit running backs over and over and over again because you can do that. And that's what I would do. I wouldn't pay a running back big money. I just wouldn't. Finally, this, I think the last thing to say is I drive a 1995 Toyota Corolla. It has 289,000 miles. It has almost 300,000 miles on that car. That's where Le'Veon Bell is. Le'Veon Bell is towards the end. It's my brother's car. That 95 Corolla, that's my brother's car. It's my little brother's car. He drove it before he died. It's sentimental to me. It means a lot. And this summer, I've been learning how to fix cars. I've been working on it. I fixed the brakes. I replaced the starter, got a new fan. I fixed the thermostat, put in a new thermostat last night. But these are all cheap fixes. These are all things that are worth replacing because they're not that expensive. If someone told me I had to put $1,000 into my car to keep it running, I would just walk away. I'd use that $1,000 on a new car. It's worth more than the car's actually, the fixing would be worth more than the car's actually worth on its own. A car that's got almost 300,000 miles on it isn't worth putting that much money into. It's a bad investment. Le'Veon Bell is 26 years old. He's towards the end of his prime. And giving him a big 5-year contract is a bad investment. Does that make sense? I believe in Le'Veon Bell. I think he's a fantastic running back. I think he's the best running back in the NFL. But he's towards the end of his prime. I don't think running backs make that much of a difference anyways. I think it's mostly the offensive line and the quarterback. And I simply would not sign Le'Veon Bell to a 5-year deal worth a crap load of money. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to pay a running back millions of dollars. My philosophy is sign a rookie running back. Use him for the 5 years you can. 4 or 5 years is the rookie contract. Once his rookie contract is up, unless you can sign him for cheap, don't re-sign him. The Patriots do it all the time. Learn from the Patriots and do what they do. They win Super Bowls, and that's what I would do. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Remember, if you want to help Strong Opinion Sports grow, you can share this with your friends on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about this show. And always remember, you can subscribe to Strong Opinion Sports on iTunes, on SoundCloud, everywhere you can find a podcast, as well as YouTube. My full entire podcast is on YouTube, as well as shorter, more interesting clips like this. So thank you so much. Have a great day, and take care.